show. Two teams, only one ring. Welcome to the finals on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith here to tip off the final chapter in this year's NBA story. It's game one of the finals. And the series tonight takes place in Oakland, where it'll be the Warriors going up against the Toronto Raptors. For the Raptors, after a 6-game series in the conference finals, they now turn to the task at hand. One more team standing between them and an NBA championship. It all comes down to this. 2 teams remaining, one Larry O'Brien trophy to give out. Shaq, what do you expect to see out of each club's stars?
Well, one, you got to keep your teammates involved. Definitely got to be unselfish. If that doesn't work, do what you do. When the time calls, take over the game, baby.
Well, sometimes in the NBA Finals, a star can be created, Ernie. You know, this is when you make your fame. You know, sometimes a role player ends up making the biggest difference, and he's no longer a role player.
Like you did in '94 when you hit 7 threes in game one. Jeez.
I wasn't counting. I didn't realize.
Kenny hates it when you bring that up.
Yeah, that was. Don't bring up that.
We send you out to Kevin Harlan now as they get ready for the opening tip.
Polishing my ring.
Basketball fans, you've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And with us tonight, the author of the 700-page book of basketball, a must-read, Bill Simmons.
It's great to be here, and everyone wants me to rewrite that book, but I don't have it in me. So much has changed in basketball over the last 9 years. I got to redo my Hall of Fame pyramid, but I can't sit down and do it, Kevin. I think it's going to last.
How long did it take you to write that book?
It was 3 years of my life, and I was younger. Now it would just be coffee all day, trying to stay awake for it.
About a New York Times bestseller for multiple weeks.
It was number one. Yeah, it was great. And it taught me that I knew people love basketball. And I think we've seen this decade as basketball has just blossomed into something much bigger than I think it's ever been. I could tell with the book. People liked it.
A contest between conferences, Oracle Arena, Oakland, California, where the Warriors take their home floor. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, we know how dominant the Warriors are, but we also know that turnovers remain their Achilles heel. Now, Steve Kerr says sometimes the game comes too easy for our guys. They think they can do anything. We just have to keep it simple. The simple leads to the spectacular. And as the simple reporter, I send it back to the spectacular Kevin Harlan.
D.A., thank you. And by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. And here we are, the Warriors' final season in Oakland, Bill. They'll be moving to a brand new arena across the bay in San Francisco.
Yeah, it's bittersweet. I'm excited that there's an arena downtown, and, you know, the Oakland-San Francisco thing was always weird to go to Warriors games, drop in, figure out where to stay, all that stuff. On the other hand, I thought they had the best crowd of anybody for years and years there. Just like very blue-collar, old-school fans that have been coming for years.
Stuck with them even in the lean times.
Yeah, the lean times were every year.
Right.
They had no year other than lean times. And now that the team got good the last 6 years, you could feel the audience changing a little. And that's changing a lot. I just miss the Oakland fan base, and I hope, you know, once we expand to 60 teams or 70 or wherever we're going, I'd like to see Oakland get one of the 70 teams.
Well said. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Siakam in at the 4. Now here is Lowry. Leonard kicks to Siakam. 6 to shoot. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Green deciding where to go with it. Passes it to Kerr.
The dish now to Thompson. Over Green, and the Warriors miss again.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Siakam. Ibaka outside. Lowry kicks to Siakam. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Shot clock at 5 from outside the arc.
Gotta admire the hustle from Green. Never wants to give his guy a clean look at the basket.
You know, you look at the roster of the Golden State Warriors. In terms of talent level, Bill, where do you think they rank all time? Because they've put now 3 championships together in 4 seasons.
Yeah, it's a tough question because, you know, the Russell Celtics in the 60s, I think had the most talent, but you only also had like 8, 9, 10 teams in the league during those years. But they had teams where there was like 7 or 8 Hall of Famers. The Warriors weren't deep like that. But for what they've done in this era, I think to have, you know, 2 transcendent guys on the same team combined with 2 other guys who are in the top 20, so you have that. And then you have Curry, Thompson, and Durant. I think are probably 3 of maybe the best 8 shooters ever, or 9 shooters, whatever. So you have that over
Big
there.
Statement, yes.
And then to do this in a 30-team league is basically impossible. So if you're comparing them like the 80s Celtics and the 80s Lakers, those teams probably had similar talent, but it was also a smaller league. And if you had a 30-team league in 1985, Kevin McHale's not on the Celtics. He's probably on one of the expansion teams.
Starting 4 All-Stars, the Warriors have.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'm not sure we see this again.
I agree.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
You start to wonder, in my opinion, is it better to take everything to the rack now or to try at least draw some fouls?
Durant with the steal. The pass to Cousins. Back to Green. Here's Leonard. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And the lid comes off the basket after 4 straight misses. They finally get one.
Curry kicks to Durant. Thompson for the triple. Another 3 for Golden State. Bill, since they drafted Steph Curry, the Warriors' fortunes have really changed. Would you call him the most important pick in the history of that franchise?
I would veer it a different way. I think it's one of the most important missed picks in the history of the NBA. Because for 2 reasons. One, because the Timberwolves had the 2 picks right before and passed them both times. And took 2 point guards. Neither of whom was named Stephen Curry. So that was amazing. The pick after him was the New York Knicks. And if he had gone there, you could make a case that, you know, he saved the Knicks. Or you could make the case that maybe he gets hurt wherever he goes. This is somebody that had really, really bad ankle injuries and was lucky enough to be in an organization in Silicon Valley where he got the right kind of treatment and thought about these new wave ways to treat his ankles. He relearned how he ran.
Core was strengthened.
He strengthened his core and basically took pressure off his ankles where if he'd come up in the 1980s, maybe he plays 5 years and he's out of the league. And my point is, if he goes to the Timberwolves, he goes to the Knicks, he probably gets hurt, and we probably know Stephen Curry is the guy who got hot on Davidson for 2 years.
And a bust in the NBA, right?
Yeah, or not a bust, or like a what-if guy. Like, oh, man, it's too bad that guy got hurt. And instead he goes to the Warriors. So,
well said.
Really a great what-if pick. He has so many bad what-ifs, and this was the perfect what-if.
Here's Lowry, following the basket by Stephen Curry. And it's Lowry penetrating. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And there is that patience of Lowry with the pick and roll. Took what the defense gave him.
Green finds Thompson. And here is Cousins, guarded by Green. The shot by Curry, no good.
Lacking confidence right now in his offense. He's been shaky all period.
Out to Ibaka, beyond the arc. And again, Toronto with the triple. Bill, your long-lost cousin Ben Simmons headlined a tremendous rookie class in 2017, and in fact, people might think it's the best rookie season ever in the history of the league.
A lot of good players. Simmons, Mitchell, Tatum. Do we count Simmons in that class, though? I guess.
Well, since he won the Rookie of the Year, let's put him in.
All right, we'll put him in there. I think if you come out of a year of rookies and you get one guy who has a chance to be a franchise guy, that's a good thing. Mm-hmm. We had 3. If you're doing 3 a year for 10 years, you have the most ridiculous league of all time. I think the talent ebbs and flows, and we've had stretches. Like, I think last decade, in the 2000s, especially like from about 03 to 07, 08, like, we were just short all-stars. We were just short a few guys, and you saw teams like the Nets with Jason Kidd made the finals 2 years in a row, and you saw the Ben Wallace Pistons team actually win the title
with no superstar.
Right, and you saw, in 06, the Pistons. Remember they were on pace to win 70 games. They had 4 All-Stars. The league just wasn't that good, and now it's flipped, and it's so loaded. I think from a talent standpoint, as good as any year since 1993.
Wow, that's a big statement.
Yeah, which 25 years ago, we're just loaded with guys who could be someday, or 8-time All-Stars, things like that. So now you look at this 17 class, Simmons, Mitchell, Tatum, just right there. That's awesome. I still believe in Lonzo, and I still believe in De'Aaron Fox. I think those guys can be All-Stars too.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
Yeah, and even with his range, that one might be asking a little too much.
Well, the truth is, he probably makes this shot a little more often than he should, so it's hard to resist.
Bucket is good.
Love the aggressiveness. Kawhi, very active, very focused on the job at hand.
Bill, it's interesting. More than 50 colleges and universities now offer scholarships in esports. I did not know this, and that number is probably only going to go up.
Yeah, and it makes sense too. What's more popular, esports or water polo? No offense to the water polo players, but come on.
These kids love it. They cannot get enough of these games.
No, we should have, every college should have esports.
Now here's Green. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The shot by Lowry, no good.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
I like the way Klay now studies a defense and makes great decisions with the ball.
Here's Lowry. He's got 5. Toronto calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes, and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. A new group in now for the Raptors. Marc Gasol is checked in for Ibaka. OG Anunoby comes in for Pascal Siakam. Powell, he's checked in for Danny Green. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Kyle Lowry. Now here's Leonard. Here's Gasol. And Looney sends it back.
The tenacity of Looney there, swatting the shot back and showing off his defensive chops.
And forcing the miss there. He just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Livingston kicks to Cook. Cans the shot from the wing. Cook's got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
Sean Livingston's court vision is amazing. Being able to hit the open guy right on stride.
Pass to Gasol. A fader. And that one is good. And the Raptors lead by 2. 59 seconds left in the first quarter. Livingston passes to Iguodala. Livingston kicks to Jerebko. Dishes it to Cook. Bucket 5. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
And here are the Raptors now. The Warriors making the shot. Leonard against Iguodala. Here is Cook. Here's Looney. He knocks it down right at the buzzer.
That's a shot he'll never forget, as dramatic as they come.
A thrilling way to finish this one.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. All the great Golden State Warrior scorers, Draymond Green spoke about feeding the hot hand.
I think there are times where one of the guys need to take more shots, and sometimes where we can be a little bit too unselfish. You know, if one guy thinks, hey, man, I'm taking too many shots, let me get someone else involved. But if you got it going, we all want you to shoot.
Yeah, why not? Green knows that, Greg, if you're in the zone, keep firing.
And with his unselfishness and vision, Green, more often than not, is the one setting the table.
And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Well, I mean, they just got hot early from beyond the arc, and we'll just have to wait and see if they can keep that going.
They also want to be unpredictable. Mix up the play calling. Keep the defense guessing.
We've got Looney, Iguodala out there with Yaredko, and there's Livingston, and it's Cook in at the point. That's the Warriors' 5. Always a spirited debate, Bill, around the NBA. Which team was the best ever? I know you have an opinion on a lot of this.
Yeah, I used to feel really strongly about my opinion on this, but I think basketball has changed so much over this decade that I'm not even positive how you could compare what this Warriors team is versus what I always thought the 86 Celtics were. But the 86 Celtics were built, I always compared it to a hockey team on a power play. We're just trying to get closer and closer to the net and crowd the net. And they were just built around getting layups and the best possible shots. The Warriors are built around math and shooting threes and spacing the floor. And if you took the 86 Celtics and indoctrinated them in that style for 5 years, they all would have been shooting threes, and they probably would have done it better than the Warriors, but I don't know. So I almost have like the before-after with theirs. I think the Warriors are the best team of the math era, but I still think the 86 Celtics were the best start-to-finish season anyone's had. The dark horse for me was the 01 Lakers, the second Lakers team. When Shaq and Kobe, they had won the year before, rocky first few months, and then they figured out whatever they needed to figure out, and Phil Jackson probably sprinkled some Zen fairy dust on them or whatever he did. And they just ripped through the league. And they came very close to going undefeated in the playoffs. So that would be my dark horse.
Iguodala outside. Shoots over Leonard.
You know what Kawhi brings to the table defensively. He can switch 1 through 5.
And the rejection by Iguodala. Livingston with it. Powell's there. Livingston, that's good. And the Warriors lead by 3. Picking back up, Bill, on our discussion of the greatest teams from different eras. What about those Chicago teams with Jordan in the 90s?
You know, the best one was probably the 92 team. But I really do think the league got a little diluted there in the 90s because of expansion. I don't think there was, like, the quote-unquote best Bulls team. I think Jordan was so great he made it look probably a little easier than it was. But, you know, there's teams, they never really went against a great center other than 95 and 96 against Shaq. And, you know, the NBA pretends this never happened, but the Magic beat them when Michael came back from baseball, and Shaq and Horace Grant destroyed them. They were just too big for them. So, you know, for me, I still think that Shaq Kobe 01 team was really great. Like, those guys were averaging 30 points a game each that year, and were just unstoppable. All the role players were really good. They had Big Shot Rob on that team, and Fisher, and Brian Shaw, Rick Fox. Like, that was a really good team. But I still think the 86 Celtics, having 4 Hall of Famers in the front court, DJ, Danny Ainge, the home court advantage, Bird at his peak of his powers, like, I would still say that.
Looney kicks to Cook. It's up a 3. Rebound by the Raptors.
Aggressive closeout on a great jump shooter. That's how you defend against the 3.
Bill, you've watched the NBA evolve. Talk about some of the biggest changes over the last decade you've seen.
The three-point line and the threes or foul shots philosophy, I think, is the biggest thing. Just the pace of the game has really improved, and to a really pleasing way for fans. Like, just what Steve Nash was doing last decade and those Suns teams, that everybody's playing that way now. I think the social media and the players basically getting rid of the wall between them and the fans, using social media, using Instagram, and we just feel like we know these guys better. And their ability to control their own message now versus where they were 10 years ago. Huge. It all started with the decision in LeBron James and has carried through this whole decade. And these guys now, they can get whatever message out they want. They can criticize the president. They can criticize their own team. They can ask for a trade. If they get called out by some writer or somebody who writes a hit piece, they can go back at the guy and sick all their fans on the writer.
From deep three-point range. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Warriors. Kevin Durant comes in for Quinn Cook. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Toronto. Toronto's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Fires the 3. He can't hit that time. So Golden State will take it the other way. Going back to our topic from a moment ago, Bill, you mentioned the interaction between players and social media and how that's become a new facet, a skill we're seeing daily from players.
There's just way more accountability now. And I'm really impressed by how polished the guys are that come in the league now. And I think the LeBron generation, LeBron, Wade, Chris Bosh, some of those guys from the last generation that came up and became vets and really knew how, Paul Pierce, who knew how to handle their business. Now these new guys come in, they're 19, 20 years old, and they act like they're 30. I'm sure you've seen it at the games.
Shocking.
Whereas in the 90s, it was a free-for-all. You had these guys who, if you gave them a live mic, you were terrified. And now these guys are 19 years old, giving, like, you know, long interviews to reporters. How are you doing this?
Tatum in particular is very
Tatum's
impressive.
already good at being a bad interview.
He's
like, he doesn't say anything. He knows how to dodge any question. It's like, you're 19. How do you know how to do this?
Unbelievable. And the Warriors with some changes. Green, he's checked in for Kevon Looney. Klay Thompson comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. Raptors also changing it up. Pascal Siakam comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's Green in for Norman Powell. Green with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Thompson. Shoots over Lynn. Outside for Durant. Another 3 for Golden State. Bill Commissioner Adam Silver believes the 2K Esports League will have the staying power of the NBA, WNBA, the G League. Pretty powerful comment to make.
And I hope he's right, because I want to be the lead color guy. I want us to be the team. Why can't it be us, Kevin Harlan?
Are you kidding me?
Let's do that. Cut me the check. As Rasheed Wallace would say, CTC. Cut the check.
Bill Simmons is here.
I'm ready.
Fires for 3, and another 3 for Golden State.
No one Durant's height with this level of usage has ever shot this well from distance.
Raptors trail by 9.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the Raptors call time here.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, there's too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Raptors. Against Curry. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Toronto shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Good on the free throw.
Well, Lowry has always been so consistent at getting himself to the free throw line.
And he sinks the second. And the Warriors with possession here. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Durant finds Thompson. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Lowry feeling it out a bit. And again, Toronto no up. Warriors leading by 8. Outside, Green passes it to Curry. And here is Durant. Clock at 6. Goes back up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Kevin Durant, so long, you have to leave your feet to contest his shot, but that's how he gets you.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Number 2. Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Durant.
You know, he was the college player of the year, the first freshman to ever do it. We all knew Kevin Durant would be special.
Durant hits them both.
Taking advantage at the charity stripe like he always does. Terrific touch.
Curry against Lowry. Now here's Lynn. D right on him. Nice D from Cousins.
He is so out of his element right now. Hasn't made a shot all quarter. I feel for him.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy. Double-digit lead and still putting it on him.
Three-pointer, Lowry. Good on the triple. Lowry's got 4 this quarter.
It seems like almost every shot Lowry takes is contested, but he doesn't let it bother him.
Curry passes to Thompson. Shoots over Lynn. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Siakam's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Just hasn't had it tonight, but his teammates are picking up the slack.
Lowry against Curry. Lowry dishes to Ibaka. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 3rd assist on the night. Curry kicks to Thompson. Stolen by Jeremy Lin. Lays it in off the breakaway. And now it's just a 4-point Warrior lead.
Hitting only 1 of 5 this quarter. He's in a little bit of a slump, but it looks like he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. goes up off the inbound, and Durant puts it in. Durant's got 17.
That's all confidence right there. He knows he's in a groove, and they've got this team on its heels.
To the paint. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut back down to 4 with the made basket from Lynn.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Here's Toronto now. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. Lowry kicks to Green. And Durant sends it back.
The standing reach of a center, the mobility of a guard. No wonder Durant sent that one back.
Leonard, he's checked in for Jeremy Lin. .129 left in the first half of basketball. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard looking around. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
Still no rhythm. This may be a time when you want to make the extra pass. Give someone else a chance.
Always full of terrific insights. Bill Simmons, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you. My insights, thank you as well.
And Smitty, so great to have Bill with us, a guy who's ahead of the curve creatively.
Kevin, he was a pioneer in blogging, Emmy nominated for his work on documentaries. The guy never stops thinking of new ways to produce content.
He kicks it to Lowry. To the inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Not the biggest of players out there, Kyle Lowry, but he has no problem seeing through the defense on that pick and roll.
The feed to Durant. Shoots over Leonard. No good from Durant.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
Outside Curry. Kicks to Durant. Makes it off the glass. Durant's got 19 points.
With the height, the length, and the skill set Durant has, too much to deal with there.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Time Show.
And the NBA Finals action continues here on 2K Sports. Glad to have you with us on the halftime show. Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Ernie Johnson. Well, for Golden State, they wanted to get out to a fast start in this championship series, and their solid play in the first half of Game 1 was a big step in the right direction. These two teams seem to still be feeling each other out, though, so it could be anybody's game. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, KD owned the first half, but we suspected that might happen. He's had everything he's needed to be great for a long time. But that first championship, it just gave him more confidence to the best player possibly on the planet.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
The thing I liked was how they were making a conscious effort to work the ball inside. They should do the same in the second half. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Whether running the offense through the post, driving it, doesn't matter. Get to the rim, and the rest will take care of itself.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
back to our coverage of the NBA Finals. More action straight ahead. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And every team needs this, a guy who challenges the defense with that slashing ability.
You know what? So many teams focus on the perimeter and alley-oops. It's important to have someone who can work that in-between area.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Siakam in at the 4 slot. Green finds Lowry. Lets the 3 fly. Hits the 3-point bomb. Lowry's got the opening bucket to start the second half for Toronto. Thompson outside. Inside. Here's Cousins. That one doesn't go. Good work defensively by Ibaka. Siakam passes to Leonard. Good on the bucket. Leonard's got 7 points in the game.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
And Thompson kicks to Cousins. Curry from deep 3-point land. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 5 rebounds tonight. He dishes it to Lowry. For the lead, Warriors with the rebound. Cousins has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Down low, Durant. Count it, and the foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
I think you underestimate the strength of Kevin Durant. Despite his slender frame, able to power through for the and one.
The Warriors have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. That's good from Durant. Now here is Lowry. He's got 12. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. And Durant sends it back. And Leonard gets it to go. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Curry kicks to Cousins. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
DeMarcus can play outside, but the paint is still where he makes his living.
Raptors trail by 4. Outside Leonard. That one goes. Count it. Leonard's got 6 in the quarter. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. Thompson outside. Takes the 3. But they'll get another chance. Durant inside the line. Good. It's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists now in this one. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Curry against Lowry. Ibaka outside. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Durant finds Curry. Offline with his 3.
Still trying to shoot his way out of this funk. But if it doesn't come within the flow of the offense, the whole team suffers.
It's stolen by Curry. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Lets it go with the 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Curry's got 11 points.
Range that extends out to the parking lot. How do you guard that?
Toronto calls timeout. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
You know, this is the right move. Maybe a break in the action will cool him down.
checked in for Draymond Green. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Thompson. And Cook subbed in for Steph Curry. And then for Toronto, Marc Gasol is checked in for Ibaka. And Anunoby subbed in for Pascal Siakam.
That's one of those where you think you've got it, you relax for just a second, and then you're kicking yourself.
No one near him. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Everybody talks about the 3-ball, but Sean Livingston understands his game. The mid-range game, he's a master at it.
Lowry kicks to Leonard. Green against Iguodala. To the wing right side. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Anunoby. And he comes up with the deuce. Anunoby's got his second basket.
And can't do much else. The strength of Anunoby comes in handy on those challenging finishes.
Cook, the pass to Cousins. Lays it up and banks it in. Cousins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Leonard finds Green. Here's Anunoby. He's covered by Livingston. And the rejection by Cousins.
He is so reliable. DeMarcus making a play and making it look easy.
Some changes for Toronto. Powell, he's checked in for Green. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Kyle Lowry. Just 5 to shoot. 16 feet away. Cousins pulls it in.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Back to Iguodala. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. To the paint. Here's Lin. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Lin's got 6.
And Lin is just fearless, always looking to get as close to the bucket as he can.
Basket counts. 8 points here for Cousins.
A nice move, attacking in the paint with confidence.
Iguodala against Leonard. Here's the pass to Anunoby. Sweet little floater. Anunoby's got 4 points this quarter.
The beauty of the teardrop, very difficult to really contest.
Pass to Cousins. Over Gasol. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
That's a money spot for Cousins. He is comfortable from the mid-range.
Lin looking it over. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for 1 more.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, they went right to the hole. Great decision-making there.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the Warriors making a change here. Jerebko's checked in.
1 shot, gentlemen.
That one misses for Lin.
And Lin has really carved out a nice role for himself in our league. An effective two-way player who can score, rebound, pass, and defend.
Golden State moving it around. Livingston dishes to Cook. Clock at 4. Got a piece of it. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Always up there among the leaders in steals. Leonard gets his team out in transition.
Here is Cook, defended by Lin. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Lin. Durant's checked in for Quinn Cook. And Toronto also making a switch. Lowry's checked in. And so it's Golden State with it. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. 5 to shoot. Here's Durant. That one wide left.
Well, if you're the coach, you're frustrated right now. That's exactly the look you're trying to get on offense. You know, with that much room, you don't lay it up. You throw it down like you've been disrespected.
Livingston kicks to Yarebko. Pass to Livingston. 14 feet away. That one off the back iron and out.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Golden State's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the first. To the inside. Durant, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Durant's got 7 points here in this quarter.
We start to talk about all the things Durant can do, but scoring's still what he does best. What a night.
Outside Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Leonard's got 10 points in just the second half.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Livingston kicks to Durant. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. And the Warriors lead by 5.
You see how quickly Durant sets up for the catch-and-shoot shot, giving the defense no chance.
Here's Leonard. Rebounded by Yarebko. Yarebko's got 4 rebounds in this game. Durant, the pass to Looney. Here's Livingston. And that one, good. Now it's a 7-point Warrior lead.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Lowry kicks to Anunoby. Leonard against Durant. Leonard, no luck.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
To the inside. Passes it to Livingston. And then Durant with the dunk.
It looks like a toy hoop for him. KD throws down with ease.
Now Leonard to end the run. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. And so it's the Golden State Warriors in control with a 9-point lead to and a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Warriors leading by 9. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the 4th quarter. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Durant and Green are the forwards. The tremendous pair of Curry and Clay in the backcourt. And it's Yarebko in at the 5 spot. And that one, good. 7 points for Klay Thompson.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Lowry finds Gasol, and Gasol with the dunk.
What a look from Lowry. Just knew he would be open.
The Warriors shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. And there's the pass to Green. Pass to Thompson. That shot, no good. And Toronto will go the other way with it.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
They're trailing, but they are really battling, working the ball down low, getting good looks in the paint. The inside game much improved from where it was in the first half.
And Toronto making a change here. Green's checked in.
What's up?
One misses.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
A jump hook. Toronto grabs the miss. Siakam's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Outside Lowry. Back to Siakam. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Urebko, the pass to Thompson. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Green, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And you watch Danny Green work. Smart guy, a grinder. That time, he draws the foul.
Gentlemen, group shot. Group shot.
First one falls for him.
And though he's a physical, tough-minded individual, Danny Green's averaged less than 1 free throw attempt per game over his career. That's surprising.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Warriors. The Raptors also with a sub. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Powell. Both free throws good from Green. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Another 3 for Golden State.
No doubt about it. Been a monster from deep.
By and large, the Raptors have done a poor job of running him off his spots. That's why he keeps firing.
Down low, here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And don't kid yourself about Cousins. He has the ability to see the whole floor, and he's willing to share the wealth.
Back to Lowry. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. 14 points for Kyle Lowry.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Right side, Green. He kicks it to Durant. Here's Siakam. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
And they found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Pass to Durant. Six to shoot, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Raptors trail by 6. Down low, got a piece of it. Siakam passes to Leonard. The shot's good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
To the middle. Right side Lowry. 3-pointer. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. He likes the effort. He likes the play. He said, look, we're rolling now, guys. Let's get that momentum and keep it, and let's make the most of it to win this series. See if they can get it done.
He's pretty good at catch and shoot. You know he's feeling it right now.
Durant with the steal. It's stolen by Ibaka. Outside Leonard. Passes it to Green. To the left wing. Curry against Lowry. Drops in the layup off the glass. Lowry's got 10 points in just the second half.
Lowry showing how crafty he can be with that hoop inside.
Curry against Lowry. Curry kicks to Durant. Down low from 13, and there's DeMarcus Cousins on the assist by Durant. And the Warriors lead by 3.
Great eye contact. Guys working in tandem in the paint.
The Raptors have gotten all 8 of their shots in the fourth quarter to drop. Truly remarkable. Lowry passes to Siakam. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And Thompson gets it to go.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Leonard on the wing, defended by Durant. Durant against Leonard, and the pass to Siakam. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got assists in the game.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it, his second 3 of the game.
It's Curry outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
Having a monster night from beyond the arc. He had 2 bombs in the first half, now 3 more since.
Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Leonard, that's for 2. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Hard not to call Leonard's number every time down the floor. He's become that dominant.
Pass to Cousins. On the wing, Thompson. Over Green. Again, Golden State.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Here is Lowry. Outside Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Over Durant. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Kawhi Leonard.
Knowing the situation, Kawhi willing and able to take control. Big bucket.
Curry finds Green. At the top of the key, Durant. Another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Leonard against Durant. It's tipped. And it's the Warriors on the break. Here's Curry. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
And that was an easy one there. Just a missed opportunity. If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
Cousins against Ibaka. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
You see Serge in the painted area. Feels the defender. Goes on the attack.
Free throw is good, and that trims the lead to 6.
Serge Ibaka has gone through a lot of roles since he's entered the league. Now pretty much a shot-blocking stretch 4.
And both free throws good for Serge Ibaka.
Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
Curry kicks to Thompson. That's at 5. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 4 assists in the game. Left outside Lowry. Inside. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And Lowry has no problem setting up teammates. He strikes a good balance between passing and scoring.
Thompson outside. They double team Kerr. And the wide open shot from Green. The three-pointer no good. Raptors trail by 5. Here's Siakam. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Well, you see the excellent skill set. And this is when you want to make an impact.
You're totally right. Fourth quarter, tight game. This is when the true ballers step up.
Toronto 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Leonard with the bucket. And it's now only a 1-point Warrior lead.
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're up by 1. 1:05 left here in the fourth quarter. The chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Outside Curry. Back to Durant. Curry passes to Durant. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. Here's Cousins. Here's Curry. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
I mean, it is hard to keep Stephen Curry from scoring. And then you add he's getting to the free throw line. That's really annoying for the defense.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2.
Curry's gotten physically tougher, which can help you become mentally tougher. And the thing you like about him is he likes to put in the work.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
This guy is the definition of the word clutch. He has all the trust in the world from his teammates in these kinds of situations.
Toronto calls time. They trail by 3. 53 seconds left in the game. Cousins. Over Lowry. It's in!
When you need a big basket, call on Stephen Curry. This guy is not afraid of taking those shots.
Here's Toronto now. Outside Leonard. It's good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Yeah, the onslaught used. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number keeps getting called.
Lowry finds Ibaka. A second chance effort. It's good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
It's the way the game is supposed to be played. Guys competing at the highest level.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Bring both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Huge shots. Tremendous job stepping up in a big way for them at the stripe.
Toronto calls timeout. They're down by 3. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And right now, you can go for the 2 and then a quick foul, or go for the home run.
Let me tell you my vote. Whatever's the best look and takes the least amount of time.
It go from 14. That shot misses. Curry was a nice D. And now they foul and stop the clock.
You have the foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
Here's Siakam. And the Raptors miss again. So they foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Bring both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Offline. So we see the Warriors get the win here. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical, and you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, everyone knows you do a lot of different things for this team, but what would you say your primary focus is?
Trying to just take responsibility of my defensive duties. Pushing the point guard, force them in a different situation, difficult shots. Being our first, line of defense as they're bringing the ball up, put pressure on them, and try to take them out their offense. That's a lot of great point guards in this league, so I got to be able to do that all year and try to get a good start to that this season.
That's what franchise players do, play at both ends. Thank you, Steph. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. So that's a wrap for the first game of the NBA Finals. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.